Coming up, the Supreme Court needs more time to decide whether to limit access to an abortion pill, extending its deadline to rule on new restrictions in a rare move for the highest court. And attention Facebook users, you can now claim your portion of a Meta settlement tied to user privacy violations. The Daily Rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. I'm Kara Rucker. The U.S. Supreme Court was expected to weigh in last night on lower court rulings that imposed restrictions on the abortion pill mifepristone. Instead, in an unusual move for the High Court, it extended its temporary block until Friday. In the meantime, access to the abortion medication remains intact. This is the Supreme Court's first major action on abortion since overturning Roe v. Wade last year. The justices will now have more time to consider emergency requests from the Biden administration to stop an appeals court ruling that imposed restrictions on the pill. The battle over the abortion drug began when a Texas federal judge said the FDA improperly approved the pill, ruling to take it off the market completely. Until an appeals court ruled it could still be accessed, but under new guidelines. The justices are expected to make a decision tomorrow. Police have now arrested 3 people in connection to the mass shooting at a Sweet 16 birthday party in Alabama last Saturday. 4 people were shot and killed, and more than 24 others were injured. Authorities say teenage brothers Tyrese and Travis McCullough and 20-year-old Wilson Hill Jr. have been arrested and charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. With more than 30 other people injured in the shooting, officials say more charges could be coming. According to authorities, the 3 suspects were not guests to the party. The birthday girl who the party was for said she had no clue who they even were. Police haven't released a motive in the case or said if the suspects had any connection to anyone else at the party that night.
Please understand, with a scene in a violent act, with the violence that went on and the magnitude of what happened, we are absolutely still in the early stages of this investigation, okay? This is absolutely the beginning. This is not the end.
More than half a dozen tornadoes struck the U.S. across 3 states on Wednesday. At least 2 people died in Oklahoma as powerful storms battered communities with large hail and damaging winds. The most significant storms were reported across Oklahoma, Kansas, and Iowa, with Oklahoma appearing to be the hardest hit with at least 4 confirmed tornadoes. Power was knocked out to tens of thousands of residents, and cleanup efforts are expected to stretch through the weekend.
And so right now the windows are blown out and there's water in the building. So we're waiting for an emergency team and a bus to come and help us evacuate. And we've contacted families, so they're all aware of what's going on here.
Storms this spring have spawned tornadoes in the South, Midwest, and Northeast, killing dozens of people. An attorney for an IRS supervisor has sent a letter to lawmakers asking for whistleblower protection, saying his client has information that suggests the federal criminal investigation into Hunter Biden's tax returns is being improperly influenced by, quote, preferential treatment and politics. In the letter to Congress, the attorney says his client could provide information that would, quote, contradict sworn testimony by a senior political appointee on the matter. The attorney also said the whistleblower has been with the IRS for more than a decade and has extensive documentation to support his allegations. The DOJ opened an investigation into Hunter Biden's finances 2 years ago. The FBI collected what it believed to be sufficient evidence to charge Biden with tax crimes, sending its findings to the U.S. Attorney in Delaware. But nothing has happened since. Anyone in the U.S. who used Facebook in the last 16 years can now collect a piece of a $725 million settlement by parent company Meta tied to privacy violations. All they have to do is fill out a claim on a website set up to pay out money to the social network's users. The settlement stems from multiple lawsuits that were brought against Facebook by users who claimed the company improperly shared their data with advertisers and other third-party sources. Meta denied any liability or wrongdoing under the settlement. The settlement comes as Facebook has started the latest rounds of layoffs announced last month. Meta said 21,000 jobs will be impacted over 2 rounds of layoffs. The company's stock price has bounced back this year after plummeting in 2022. Filming on the movie Rust will resume today, this time not in New Mexico, but in Montana. Production has been on pause since 2021 when cinematographer Helena Hutchins was fatally shot after a gun actor Alec Baldwin was holding fired a live round of ammunition. According to Rust Movie Productions, Baldwin will be on set to finish shooting. There are about 20 to 25 days left of production before the crew finishes. Baldwin, along with the film's weapons supervisor, have both been charged with involuntary manslaughter, and both have pleaded not guilty. A preliminary hearing in the case will be held next month. Netflix knows it, you know it, we all know it. Account sharing is an easy way to get out of paying for your own Netflix membership. And you've been hearing the streaming service say it's going to crack down on password sharing, but that plan is being postponed for now after a trial run in other countries led to mass cancellations. Netflix is also delaying its paid sharing plan in the U.S., which allows users to share their account with people outside of their home for an extra fee. The streaming service says it faced what it calls cancel reaction when launching the plan in other countries. But the company says users are likely to reactivate those accounts and are happy with the rollout results. The limit on password sharing, which was supposed to have happened already, is now expected to go into effect by the end of June. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching the Daily Rundown. We're on a mission to bring back trustworthy journalism by serving only you, not an agenda. Be sure to check out more of our work at straightarrownews.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.